You're a fucking loser. You're literally a fucking loser. You've just jacked off the pixels on the screen of a girl who doesn't even know that you exist. Here is some shame. Let's fill you up with some regrets and post-nut clarity. So now you've got no motivation, you just sat there fucking drooling from the mouth, you're tired, and you feel like shit. And when you feel like shit, when you feel shameful, when you feel depressed, when you have no energy, it's a lot easier to be more sucked into these platforms. More and more and more and more. This is controversial as fuck, but you want a girl who's obsessed with you. I'm gonna teach you some fucking truthful, like somewhat dark shit, but you want a girl who's obsessed with you, bro? Make her feel all the emotions possible. Make her cry. Make her happy. Excite her. Scare her. Make her feel any emotion possible. Disgust her. Make her angry. Make her so happy. Make her like so happy she cries. Take her through the full spectrum of emotions and she will be obsessed with you. You know what the issue is with the majority of young guys? They just keep a woman here. No, here. In this boring, depolarized, grey, androgynous zone of like, yeah, what you doing today? Early, yeah. Boring. You've always kind of known this, haven't you? You've always known that the guy that the girl is fucking, sometimes he's a bit of an asshole towards her, isn't he? Sometimes he's really nice, but sometimes he's an asshole and she's always crying about him. Then why is she still with him? Because women are attracted to the men who take them through the full spectrum of emotions. Just speak to her, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's had a crush on Jessica for so long, but he just can't muster up the courage to speak to her. He stares at her in class every single day. What do you think happens next? She gets a boyfriend. Jeffrey's so upset he should have just talked to her. Adonis. Adonis understands women just like Pakistan. I'm tired of you doing the tax one, bro. Just like Pakistani men know how to avoid taxes. Adonis understands women just like Jeffrey understands the female characters on League of Legends. His conversations with women are full of sexual tension, excitement, and interest. Jeffrey is clueless. He has been speaking to Jessica for ages, but he still hasn't made his move. Come on, Jeffrey, the signs are right there. She likes you. Oh no, it's too late. Jeffrey, she has a boyfriend now. He cries in his room for days and days, weeks and weeks, months and months. If only he could have seen the signs. Adonis. Adonis has seen what it's like when a woman is infatuated with a man. After all, he was raised by parents in a beautiful, loving marriage, and he saw how his mother acted around his father. And so going out into the world, he knows with almost perfect accuracy when a woman likes him. Congratulations, Adonis. Anastasia is now yours, a worthy queen for the tribe. Jeffrey believes the fitness YouTubers when they say that there's no such thing as a perfect diet. And so Jeffrey follows the fitness YouTubers' advice to eat junk food as long as it fits his macros. Jeffrey gets fat. Adonis. Adonis has been shredded for years. It's not even difficult to stay lean when he eats the perfect diet. The peasants around him look in confusion, but Adonis continues to feast. All of the fitness YouTubers you see are complete pussies. They say there's no such thing as the perfect diet. That's bullshit. I'm going to show you exactly what the perfect diet is right now. My name is Hamza. I help young men go through the Jeffrey to Adonis transformation through self-improvements. We don't do any of the standard fitness YouTuber bullshit around here. Scroll down right now, click on the subscribe and the post notification button if you want to join in on the cult. My diet has been horrendous because I trusted these guys on the internet. These motherfuckers told me you can eat whatever you want, you can eat all the junk food as long as it fits your macros. I trusted them. Because of that, I've never even considered the difference that food has on our health. When I've done the most basic research, it hurts me to think that I was stupid enough to follow fitness YouTubers. For most of my life, I did absolutely nothing productive. When I was like 14 or 15 years old, I would finish high school and walk as fast as I could back home so that I could play RuneScape, which is like an online video game. I would play for literally just 1 hour a day because that's all I was allowed to play. And then I would spend the rest of the day just thinking about RuneScape. I wouldn't study, I wouldn't do my homework, I wouldn't learn an instrument, I wouldn't play sports, I wouldn't go to the gym, I wouldn't even read, I wouldn't do anything. I would literally just think about playing video games. You can probably build up a picture of what kind of guy I was in your mind. And then it should make you so curious to wonder how overnight I became the guy who just started going to the gym consistently. I had done nothing productive, nothing disciplined before this, and overnight I got into weightlifting. How did I manage that at age 17? I'm going to teach you the 5 most important life hacks that will motivate you to actually do hard things and feel like doing them. And the single best, the single most powerful motivator is right at the end of this video, so make sure you stay around. You've probably experienced life without motivation to do the hard things. You know, like, you don't want to, you don't feel like doing that hard thing that you need to do, and it makes you so neurotic and anxious. It makes you just feel like shit when you know that there's some like disciplined work that will give you the rewards of life that you want, and you just don't do them because you don't feel like them. And if you compare that kind of life to the life that you feel motivated to do the hard work, like imagine if you literally felt like studying. Imagine if you were that guy who liked studying, like you did it for fun. Imagine you were that guy who went to the gym for fun. It was literally fun for you. You actually wanted to go and do these productive things. Life would be amazing. And if you're already on self-improvement, you might be wondering, but Hamza, it's not motivation, it's discipline that people need. And yeah, discipline is incredibly important, but motivation is an extra treat that we'd like to have. Motivation is the feeling of wanting to do something, and discipline is the skill of doing that thing even if you don't feel like it. Discipline is what we need, but motivation is what we want. So let's go over the 5 hacks that will deeply motivate you. And number 1, make it easy. Put it in front of you. Do you want to know the single greatest way to drink more water? As long as your water is in your sight and it feels easy to get to, you'll find that you'll naturally just take it and start sipping it. The fastest life hack that you can implement is just to put the thing that you want to do in your face. You want to drink more water? Put the water bottle in front of you. You want to work on that particular document? Keep that document open on your PC. There was a study showing the proof of this life hack, and the study showed the effect of what was visible in people's kitchens. This is so interesting. People who had fruits and vegetables visible in their kitchen ended up losing weight seemingly automatically, whereas people who had unhealthy shit like cereal visible in their kitchen seemingly just seemed to gain weight. And why do you think that is? Because if that unhealthy food is just in your face, every time you go into the kitchen, you're more likely to eat it. You know the reason why people might dislike you straight away, and you might not even realize this. You don't seem happy and you don't really smile. A lot of guys think that they're supposed to be this kind of Sigma male who's like proper serious, and I see these cringe videos pop up on YouTube where you're supposed to like be rejecting of other people and you're supposed to pretend like you don't care about them. Bro, I tried this. I'm telling you right now, right? This is what I used to do to try and impress women. If there was a girl that I wanted to hook up with, like, you know, some cute girl in the gym or some shit, or she'd be walking past, instead of looking at her, holding eye contact and smiling and, you know, going to speak to her, I would pretend I wasn't looking at her and just pull like this like fuckboy face, like looking away, like I would be doing fucking cringe, bro. I would literally, like in the club, I see the girl that I really want to get, I just walk past her. Well, just look at people, bro. Look at someone, acknowledge their existence, and smile. You know, you wanted to like take a step back from porn or video games or social media. You are just one young man going against hundreds, if not thousands of these software developers, these data analysts. They know everything. They have us by the balls. You don't realize how addicted you are and the people are around you. Hopefully you're one of the very few people who've made some good progress here. Jeffrey goes through his entire life following the script that's been laid out for him. He studies so hard, neglecting his relationships. He gets good grades and then goes to a good university and then gets a good degree and then gets a good job. He's a good boy. He wakes up in time and spends an hour in traffic on the way to his job. There he mindlessly works for someone else whilst he daydreams of a better life. It takes him an hour to go back home, and now he only has the energy to just watch TV and eat junk food. It's nighttime now and he should go to sleep, but he just wants to stay up and get a little bit more enjoyment of the day, but he knows that this is going to cause him to be sleep deprived tomorrow. And of course he makes the wrong decision. When he does finally get into bed, he calculates that he's only going to get 5.5 hours of sleep, and then he repeats this 5 to 6 days a week for the rest of his life. Adonis lives a weird life, an unscripted life. He doesn't follow the same script as everyone else. Everyone is on their way to work and they see Adonis enjoying himself with his son at the park at this time? Isn't he going to be late for work? Adonis followed the principles from the book Unscripted by MJ DeMarco.
Trying to do better than I was, 1% better every day, bro.
Other men will fuck your wife if you have this attitude.
Just 1 hour of video games.
Now do you realize why I take this shit so seriously? And again, this is a disgusting, you can insult me all you want with this. This is such a disgusting view of the world, but it is the dark truth. It is the dark truth that this is how it works. This is how dating and attracting the opposite sex works for men. So you have two choices in front of you. Continue living the Jeffrey fairy tale. Take and ingest the Jeffrey propaganda.
You're not competing against anyone else. Just be yourself. Just love yourself for who you are. It's okay to play video games.
You listen to all that shit if you want. But understand that you deserve the consequences of your actions. And if that sounds like an insult, you're doing something wrong.